The BKR EMEA regional meeting for 2015 was held in Stockholm and hosted by member firm Add and Subtract. After an introduction by the EMEA region's executive director, delegates heard presentations from the EMEA chairman and regional reports from Asia Pacific and Americas regions.
I welcome you all to Stockholm for the 2015 BKR EMEA annual conference. This is the first time BKR has ever had a meeting in Sweden, so I look forward very much to the days ahead of us. The EMEA region continues to thrive and develop, and you'll hear very shortly from Nilesh as he does a presentation in his chairman's report on the new initiatives and highlights of the year. I was very pleased to be at some of the sub-regional meetings this year in Pretoria for Southern Africa, in Dubai for the Middle East, and we had another very successful sub-regional meeting for Britain, Ireland and Guernsey in London. We still have the Central Eastern European meeting coming up in June and the Alps and Mediterranean meeting sometime later this summer. These meetings are still very popular, a lot of interaction, lots of discussion, so I encourage you to attend those even when you can. Without further ado, I would like to introduce you to our host for this meeting. It probably comes from the most appropriately named accountancy firm in the whole of the BKR membership. And also evidence that every question can be answered by an accountant with a calculator, even the answer, what should we call the name of our firm? So welcome Björk Kraft from our Swedish member firm, Add and Subtract.
I hope you can sleep in well tonight, and good morning to you all. I must say, when I started the practice in 1999, I had enough work to support myself half a part-time, and I must say it's with the greatest pride I could never imagine this happening in Stockholm, us being host of the BKR EMEA meeting.
In terms of where we are as a region, 66 firms in 45 countries, grown considerably over the last few years. The sub-regional meetings which Stephen mentioned, I think they are a very important part of what we do, and certainly I'd encourage those of you who belong in those regions to attend. I believe they are very well attended, people get a lot out of them, and for me that is just part of the process of continuing to network and to work together within your regions to see how you can develop your businesses and your firms as well. The last thing I just wanted to touch on, which is a totally new initiative for us, is the Young Professional Future Leaders meeting. What we're trying to do is to get engagement from the next generation of people within your practices. I think when I've either stood here or been in conferences, you quite rightly see the same people coming to the conferences, but I think it's important for all of our firms that we get the next generation engaged within what your firms are doing, but also what BKR are doing as well.
Thanks, Stephen. Thank you, Nilesh, and the EMEA board and Stockholm for this great welcome. And as usual, it's good to be, and on behalf of Michael and David, with our friends here in the EMEA region. We now have 29 member firms, but in 63 offices in 15 countries, and I'm sure in a moment you will see the region is huge like yours.
Thank you, Stephen. Well, thank you for having me back again for a second year. Last year I enjoyed the visit to Istanbul, and so far Stockholm has been a wonderful experience, and I look forward to the rest of the conference.
The regional overviews were followed by a presentation on the BKR statistical analysis.
We asked about the challenges in the environment, that's how it looks, and I just pointed particularly to the right-hand column there, where we cannot be forgetful of the number of firms that are in difficult economic environments.
In the afternoon, 2 breakout sessions were held, the first on value pricing and related issues, and the second on leveraging the BKR membership.
Good morning, everyone. So here we have 15 minutes to present the results of the breakout sessions. I'm just going to try to summarize what was the outcome of the discussion, and there were there was a task that we had to fulfill, like the objections that could come up if you wanted to implement value-based pricing.
On the final day, delegates heard from the worldwide chair, who presented his report.
We recently received the IAB World Survey showing that BKR International is now the 5th largest association in the world. So I think for that, you all should be congratulated for making this happen. Our current membership is 162 firms and 376 offices in 80 countries around the world. And as you can see, our membership has consistently grown each and every year.